Well, I was kind of curious talking about the Jeff Bezos thing about him stepping down. I thought that was interesting. We were talking about it a little bit before the podcast started, and that was news to me. I did not hear
Jeff
about that.
Bezos stepped down a couple hours ago. It was like
Oh, it happened today.
yeah, it happened while I was at work.
Oh, snap. I don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
like an hour ago or 30 minutes ago, like he just stepped down.
So explain that, what happened there, because honestly, I didn't hear about that.
So basically, they were using the funding. I don't want to lie, so let me find it again. They were using the funding incorrectly, and so they're under a lawsuit. Well, they actually lost the lawsuit, and they have to pay specifically the drivers. It was something with the structure of how they're supposed to pay the drivers, what they promised they was going to pay the drivers, and they lost. They have to pay $61.7 million to the drivers.
Jeez.
So he used that money.
Bonus.
He used that money. Well, I don't want to say he. Amazon used that money to pay for other things, which is wild because Amazon has a 51 billion run rate growing, like 28% a year. They're growing. So it's like
Why couldn't they pay him?
60 something million. Is that even?
That seems like Trump changes them.
You paid your wife less in a divorce. Like literally.
How much did he pay? I'm about to look that up real
It
quick.
was
Go on.
it was something that she donated a portion of it or did something.
Jip pays 38 in divorce settlement. 38 billion.
38 billion.
Yo, he got divorced?
Or not?
Yeah.
38 billion?
Mm-hmm. Billion. He was worth 60 something. He was 70 something at the time.
But he just said there, it's 50 million. I thought. Or something
No,
around
that
there.
was the growth rate.
of
the company.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but he himself was worth 70 something billion at the time.
Gotcha.
Or 100 or something billion at the time, I believe. I don't believe she took half. She took something else. She took something short of half. Yeah, so it's like, and then he didn't even step down for real. He's head of like some board,
board
or the head
things.
of the board. Like,
Still has a say in everything, in control of everything, probably.
man,
It's just for.
it's just showing, man.
show,
These
yeah.
guys, these billionaires. This shit is not a real capitalist society, bro. Like this shit is.
I guess let's get with that. I guess let's talk about something a little more intense, which is the whole GameStop thing.
The GameStop thing, and basically this guy set a trend on Reddit. Literally, that's it.
Wall Street Bets, right?
Set a trend on Reddit, and people followed him and believing in him so much, it actually trended and affected the
market,
the
stock market.
the stock market, because that many people were following the trend. So the problem with that is they didn't set the trend.
So a quick summary for people who don't know what happened. So on Wall Street Bets, on Reddit, Wall Street Bets, this guy John said.
So I'm so sorry. It's way worse than I thought where he was stealing the money. I was trying not to say this because I wasn't sure. They were stealing from the driver's tips.
Oh, really?
Dog.
First off, question: how do drivers get tipped?
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know they can get tipped digitally, but apparently they can get tipped. We'll pay $61.7 million to delivery drivers after withholding their tips. Ha! That's an evil human being, bro. That's an evil human being, bro.
How was he able to do that, though?
That's evil.
That is evil. I'm just curious. One, I'm glad they caught him and filed a lawsuit and then won that lawsuit because, yeah, that's bullshit. How was he able to do that?
Amazon announcing a change in leadership is trying to prevent formation
I'm
of
gonna
a
have to look into
union
this
in its
deeper
warehouse.
later.
Oh, it's trying to prevent a formation of union in its warehouses. The FTC found that the company guilty of stealing from drivers it hired.
Wow. Out of their tips, dude. That is so grimy. Wow.
The
I heard it's
FTC
pretty
the
locked down though
FTC's
inside the company. Like you really can't say too much, and if you do,
Oh, they're trying to. Yeah, they're fighting a
it's
union
hard.
The FTC says it lowered contractor drivers' hourly rates for over 2 years and intentionally failed to notify them. Dude,
Is there stuff we're missing here? Or is it really this grimy? Like, it's so bad that I actually question, like, is this actually what's going on? The picture.
It kind of depends, man. I've seen a lot of documentaries where they even like don't meet health regulations and stuff like that. It's just so big that it's really difficult to manage. And like I said, from what I've seen in all the documentaries and stuff like that, internally they suppress a lot of things. So like they'll let people who still have COVID like come into work. They'll not follow up with health regulations, and people have died. I saw one documentary about this guy who they had like a forklift, the one that reaches up for like the top boxes. So the guy who's not even supposed to be working on it went to go work on it. Well, in a forklift you throw that metal rod that keeps it from coming back down.
yeah.
somebody who wasn't authorized to work on it worked on it, didn't leave the rod, and then this old man who like went to go grab something from where that station was went under it, and it just like collapsed and he died. And so like this entire National Geographic basic documentary on all of that just completely covered it. And the guy who's saying the research document, he was reading it out, and he was pretty much helming the lawsuit towards Amazon. Was like, yeah, dude, like they shouldn't have done that, and there were just so many rules broken. It happens all the time,
OSHA would have
but
a
nobody ever
field
says
day.
anything.
OSHA would have a field day in the Amazon warehouse. Those people who set the guidelines for using the forklifts.
Wow. Honestly, I don't even think it's Amazon. I feel like that goes around in a lot of businesses.
Oh,
I
for
just feel like
sure.
because
My
Amazon's
company
so
did it.
big, it's harder to
I
hide.
told you my company did it. They used their PPD loan to buy stock, not stock, literal stock, like our inventory.
Mm.
It was supposed to be payroll.
I knew somebody who
rowdy.
had a contact with someone with COVID, and their job still wanted them to come into work until they finally took the test and it said positive. Then they couldn't come to work anymore.
That was me.
No, someone else. But that happened to you
No,
too.
I'm saying I'm green. Yeah,
But they just like
not me, but a coworker of mine. They wanted him to come in. His daughter had COVID, and they let him come in for 3 days. And I didn't find out until after. And then therefore, that's why I told you I blackmailed my company.
I guess going a bit of a tangent. Like, is it not? I guess let me speak for myself. I don't know if y'all would agree or not. But isn't it frustrating? I guess that they want us, they being the government and the media, to take COVID seriously, but they're not taking it seriously. Companies aren't taking it seriously. And then everyone's going back on all these regulations and these policies. It's just, I don't know. It's
my
just,
problem with it is, I mean, obviously what you're saying. My problem with it is the financial aspect. Like, I forgot the total. I forgot the totals I saw. Here, the exact numbers, but I believe billionaires made something like 13 trillion during the pandemic, whereas workers lost 3.1 trillion.
Yo, so thanks for watching a clip of FDT. If you like what you heard, be sure to subscribe, like the clip, leave a comment, and check out our page for more content. Tune into full episodes of FDT released every Friday on Podbean, iTunes, and Spotify. Peace.